palatable in a way. It's allowed that we receive the full PILT payments sort of as compensation in exchange. It's just a give and a take, and I would say it's almost like a carrot type of situation. Does that make sense?
I have a question. So we passed a bond or mill levy or tax to benefit road and bridge.
A sales
So-
tax. We have sales
Thank
tax
you.
for that.
So this PILT money only can go to the road and bridge fund?
This forest receipts money, this 25% that we would keep only by statute can only go to road and bridge.
Okay, so that's the forest receipt.
Right.
Goes to road. Okay, so where does the PILT?
PILT goes to the general fund, and that's the big
Oh.
distinction, is
Thank
that PILT is unrestricted as far as that goes. It goes into our general fund, which means we can use it for our general fund and all those other operational needs that are not road and bridge.
Okay, and what percentage of the forest receipts do we get back for the general fund via PILT?
So it's not, because I know it's confusing because forest receipt sounds a lot like you're getting something back, and it's different from taxes. So the payment in lieu of taxes, separate. Forest receipts is basically based on collections and use of Forest Service. Statute, the amount that we are keeping, the 25% that will go into the road and bridge fund is in the packet. I don't have that in front of me, but it's in the agenda memo.
Yep,
44.
Okay, 144.
144 what?
Thousand.
Okay. But we don't know what the percentage is.
No, that's 25% equals the 144,000 that we're gonna hold back and go into our road.
Okay. Thank you.
The remaining money all goes to the school. When PILT comes in, and you can estimate, I'm trying to remember what it was last year, but do you have any idea?
I didn't know this was gonna.
300.
No, that's
that up, but
no, but
It's usually around like 300.
yeah, I was about to say, I almost said 400, but I'm not.
It's
certain of
somewhere
that.
between.
The bottom line is it's a nice amount that then is unrestricted. That was a really good point because we can put it in the general fund.
Okay, and what does PILT stand for?
Payment in lieu of taxes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, that's because it's lost tax revenue essentially.
Right. Thank you.
Do you know if PILT is up or down this year? I haven't paid attention. I didn't know if you knew.
It is likely still going to be up, but just in the amount remains to be seen. I think George may have more information.
I did some asking around. There's optimism that PILT will continue at the same level.
Right.
Does that change every year? Is that every 2 years or?
Or is it just political administrations?
So the Congress adjusts the PILT methodology. I don't believe they do it annually though. And so that's that's who decides. And it is within Congress's determination.
So it's currently authorized. And if Congress is debating a budget resolution right now. So if Congress could, in that budget resolution, fund PILT. So we have from my perspective, a little bit more risk exposure this year. That we do this, the school district ends up with the lion's share of the forest receipts funding. And then PILT is identified as one of the services that the federal government can withdraw from in order to provide tax breaks to the wealthy.
We got
Taking the slight editorial out of that for a second, it's a valid concern. It's just not realistic once the board has made a decision to seek a contingency with the school district, because I don't want to jeopardize our bill payment. There's also probably I know there are bills that are relating to wildfire mitigation and forest health congressionally, but I don't know where that is going.
I did some digging around. There is in what they've been passing as they build towards this continuing resolution. PILT, a defunding of PILT does not appear. There's no chatter about not funding PILT. I don't feel like it's an actual risk, but I was a week ago curious about exploring it. As of right now, I'm confident that we will receive that PILT funding.
last year we got 331,650.
Thank you.
And the way I look at this is this is a way to maximize total funding from the federal government to into Clear Creek, right? Some of it's going to go to the school district, some of it's going to go to us. Choose not to do what's proposed here. We get less pill money and there's just less funding overall in the county. So
Thank you.
So
I agree. And I think the way the school district, I mean, if they were like flowing with money or something, it'd be a different conversation, but
Mhm.
they're in pretty bad shape too, so.
okay, so we would just need a motion as long as,
any other questions, any other opinions?
I'll make a motion. Motion to approve the forest receipts allocation agreement for 2024 forest receipts distributed in 2025 between Clear Creek County and Clear Creek School District RE1.
Second,
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
I,
you have a copy of that?
Mhm.
Awesome. I think the plan is to hopefully get to this, because I believe they're looking at this maybe on their
I'll
account.
fill in the rest of this.
will we meet with them today?
Like,
Okay, great.
Okay, well, this is, we have arrived at the end of our agenda. Thank you all for your time this morning. We are adjourned.